We're heading across Kansas. We're driving, which is what we do. And I've done it hundreds of times. And the very first gig we played outside of Springfield was in Boulder. And we were just barely, we had a bunch of tunes, I'm not sure we had a deal, but we got a job outside of our little home area in a club called Talagi's in Boulder, and we opened for Jerry Jeff Walker. It was a whole new world for us, you know, it was cool. Yeah, I know I gotta do that. Yeah, so, I guess it's ready to go. Yeah, okay. Just tell me what to do, where to go. Well, anyway, back to this story. So we're playing out there, and like some of us have never even seen, you know, the Rockies. And so we had a day off. So we had a day off, and we went up in the mountains. And, well, actually, we didn't have a day off. We had a gig. But instead of sound check, we went up in the mountains. And eventually, one of our guys, our crew came up and said, "You got to get back down to the club. You're getting ready to go on, you know." And I looked around, and everybody was just sort of scattered all on these rocks, the whole band. And I looked at the crew guy, you know, and I said, "Can't you see we're having some experiences up here?" Well, long story short, we went and played the gig. The next day, I knocked on Steve Cash's door in a little motel we were staying at. It was $2 a night. And he came over and said, "I got this idea for this tune." So we wrote this song. Then it went on the first record, and when we were recording it, our producer, who was English, loved it. And Steve went up to him and he said, Mr. Glenn Johns was our producer, by the way. If you know anything about anything, the record business, he was on everybody's album. The Who, the Beatles, the Stones, I mean, everybody. And so Steve went up and said, "Glenn, at the end of this song, can you make it sound like we can see the Rockies jutting up out of the tectonic plates? Like big eruptions, the Front Range is coming up out of the ground." And Glenn said, "I think I can do that." So he did, he twisted some knobs and made it huge. And we don't do it live very often because it's complicated. But tomorrow we're driving to Colorado and we're going to have to do it out there. So you're going to warm up, guys. We haven't done it in a long time. So be patient. Remember, forgiveness is the key to everything. And it's called Colorado Song. I'm going back to Colorado. Rolling down the highway, just my life to carry. It's written in the wind again. I will pray from the river that runs down from the mountain